Hello guys of United Rock Nations. Tonight we are with Spirits in the Xtreme Fest. So very happy to meet you, to have all of the band. It's very exciting.
A lot.
So, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
So, it was fun to play here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is your feeling on the stage after?
Hot.
With the
Very
sound?
hot.
Yes.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
hot.
It's so strong here. It's a very hot region.
Yes, very much.
Okay. The people were very fun with you on the stage.
Yeah.
Good reaction.
We've got a good reaction for sure. Very receptive.
Yeah. Good crowd.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, before beginning the interview, it's a special interview because I want to do something different. So, before beginning it, could you, in a few words, explain to me the Spirits adventure and what managed you to do this music and to do your this music?
Okay. Lyrically, vocally, Spirits, I sing a lot about socio-political things that happen in the world, different areas of the world. Some of it is literally just about the X-Files. Some of it's about veganism. Just everyday things I see end up happening in themes of the lyrics a lot of the time. Like many of the places I've lived have homeless epidemics. Just people living on the streets, gentrification, just kicking them all out because they can't afford rent anymore. Families that have been there for generations. Just a lot of like day-to-day things I see in the world that I don't particularly like.
Same. Yeah. And I think musically, it's also we just like loud, fast, heavy music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my first question, maybe for each other or maybe for the band, what is the first album you bought?
Purchased.
Yes. First album.
For myself or for someone else?
Or for yourself?
Does it matter what format? Like tape, CD, what format? Does it matter?
Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the format and the kind of music. Doesn't matter.
Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise cassette, and Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 99 Eternal cassette were the first ones I bought for myself. First one I bought for someone else was Real Big Fish Turn Off the Radios for my brother for Christmas.
Okay. And this is so Coolio is for you. Gangster.
Coolio was for me.
Okay, for you. And this album wanted you to make music?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Not the music I make, at least. First album that I bought or got that made me want to make music, it had to be something like Blink-182. Like early Blink-182, like Cheshire Cat, Dude Ranch, like right when they started having like music videos, probably about 98, 97, 98, 99. I'd say I'd attribute wanting to play music for me. Actually, I wanted to impress my brother because he's older than me.
Okay.
So it was more that than any specific record, but he was really into Blink-182 at the time, so naturally I was as well.
Okay. And for you, what is the first album you bought?
First album I bought was probably Slipknot.
Nice.
It's definitely Slipknot. Didn't really want to play music like Slipknot, but I love it.
Okay. And you? It's at the school. The question.
That's I probably Blink-182 as well, but like I'm a little bit younger than Mike, so it was like a later generation of Blink-182. I remember buying Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and like listening to it every single day.
Okay.
The first 7-inch I bought was Bad Religion's Atomic Garden.
Okay. And you?
My first was Nirvana, Nevermind.
Oh, yeah.
I bought it at a United States store called Toys R Us, which is no longer with us. Rest in peace. So.
Okay. And the album you listen to the most?
Currently?
Yes, the most in your life.
Oh, in my life.
Bad Religion Suffer.
Oh.
No doubt about it. It's like 23 minutes long. I've probably listened to it
All day?
10,000 times.
Oh.
Easily.
Mine's easy.
What is it?
Saves the day through being cool.
It's really cool. Somebody else go.
Oh man, that's so hard. I can only think of what I listen to right now.
Yeah.
And what I listen to mostly I listen to a lot of hip hop now. Where as a kid I didn't.
Now?
Yeah.
Now, yes.
Probably within the last like 5 years or whenever it came out. Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City. Classic. Just like always can listen to that anytime.
Okay. Good for you?
I know once we get out of this room, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that and that. But right now, I just can't think of anything. So
Shit, I might have to hit NoFX The Decline. Like when they put that out,
Yeah.
I lost my shit. I was like, how did they do this? And I'll still listen to it front to back to this day. I saw them once where they played it front to back. 20 seconds in, I broke my ankle. I was so excited, I was losing it, and just fucking snapped. And I was just like, great. It was still great. I love it. The Decline probably, or like I said, like something that stuck with me through the generations, like a Blink-182 record or something. But I'll go with The Decline.
Okay. A question about the artwork now. Your artwork in several albums is very different for you. So, what is the feeling when you want to do the artwork? Is it an artist? Does your artwork for your album is it important for you?
The artwork itself is always very important, and we come up with the ideas,
Yeah.
but we are not particularly artists ourselves in the like design sense or in the like drawing sense. So Unrest, our most recent record that came out on Useless Pride, Robert hit up a guy who did art for Anti-Flag,
His name's Doug Dean.
Doug Dean, and we came up with the ideas for it. Like the front is the nuclear family, like the two kids, the picket fence, the husband and wife, but they're melting, so it's actually nuclear, like, you know, like it is, you know, and it's supposed to be the American dream, which is not a real thing. It doesn't really exist anymore. But yeah, a lot of the artwork ties into the lyrics with the socio-political background of just seeing things every day, and like the government telling you that your life has to be like this, or like this is exactly what everybody wants, but everybody's not the same. So not everybody gets the same thing, and not everybody also wants the same thing. The artwork is hella important, I'd say, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of bands the last, I don't know, like 10 years have just kind of been like whatever about artwork. You know, like a lot of bands just kind of like phoned it in. You know, it's like, oh, here's some like hyper realistic, like almost like here's like a picture I took to put on Instagram. You know, threw some like filters on it, and this is our album cover. You know, and it doesn't really have any like connection or meaning to the record.
It's like a sunset with like a tree in the distance, and it's like it's like it looks cool. It's a beautiful picture, but like you didn't sing a song about a sunset with a tree in the distance. So like, what's going on here? You know?
Yeah. And you know, I feel like probably a lot of us have like grew up listening to records that had like really like iconic kind of album artwork.
Yeah, like
you know,
Religion Suffer.
dude, seriously,
Yeah.
you know.
And like the artwork for our LPs, especially, like it goes in hand with like the actual design of the packaging too. You know, like we've always tried to like take into consideration that for like people when they buy it. You know, so they have something that they remember, like whether it opens up a certain way, or if like the labels fold a certain way and it has different parts. Like we've always tried to do that in an interesting way. Yeah.
And about the artwork, the most beautiful artwork, several bands you can listen to.
Similar band I listen to that has beautiful artwork.
Yes, for you. You know the band. Maybe something match you.
Probably the Decline, where they spray painted NoFX here on Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It was
The
funny.
Decline was there here last year.
Oh no effects, the decline.
Okay.
No Effects' album, The Decline. They took Mount Rushmore and they just spray painted No Effects was here on
Okay,
it. I thought it was hilarious. Not beautiful, but hilarious.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it beautiful, but I think like a band that's like in the same wheelhouse as us that like always hit the nail on the head as far as their artwork was Goat Alone, because they like their album artwork, you could just like pick it up and be like, man, this looks like it's gonna be like kind of depressing, kind of angry, you know, just because like the pictures that they have on the front like convey like perfectly what the music will like emote from you, kind of thing.
Like the feeling of that album.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
If you yes, which album would have dreamed to play?
Like if we could have written a
Yes.
record,
Yes.
Huh.
Album. If you could do it. If you could do it.
I'm not gonna say No Effects,
Which
The Decline.
am I gonna say Suffer again?
Maybe your album.
Suffer.
Yes.
Shit. I mean,
To change it up, like I still think that like Dookie by Green Day is like one of the greatest records.
Okay.
Like it just has hit after hit after hit on it, and it's insane how good it is.
it really depends on which part of me you're talking to. Because if it's the capitalist in me, I would like to write a Blink-182 record. But if it's not the capitalist in me, I mean, Hatebreed, Satisfaction at the Death of Desire, front to back, phenomenal. I hope they play some songs off of it tonight. That's definitely one of them.
I mean, another one for me. I mean, we listened to it in the van. Is Oscar's "Idol Will Kill," because it's just such this like weird record out of like left field that nothing ever sounded like it before it. Nothing has been able to sound like it after it, and it's just like it's like an untouchable record.
I'm gonna kick it back a notch. I think that I would honestly like to write the LP that Slang from Japan put out. It's called Life Made Me Hardcore, and it is literally the perfect mix of punk and hardcore and solos. It's like they literally had the formula of everything I like as a human being, and we're just like bang, 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 here it is. And yeah, if I could have written that LP, I would think that I was a musical genius.
Okay.
I would probably say for me, Bane, Give Blood. Because I remember when it dropped and I was driving with a friend. We had just bought it at a record store, put it in, and very few records have ever made me feel what that record made me feel from its production, from its songwriting. It was, yeah, that was it.
Okay. And for you?
DMX.
Record I could have, DMX.
Flesh My
definitely,
Flesh, Blood My Blood.
Without a doubt. Maybe the Get Up Kids, Something to Write Home About. Not related to spirits or any hardcore genre, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I know the worst album you have listened to.
Spirits Unrest.
If you can say it. Your movie.
I don't know.
There's a lot of music out there that I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't wanna hate
and I feel
on
like that's the same for everyone.
Yeah, I don't
you
want to hate on anyone in particular, but there's definitely some stuff that I'll skip. No, thank you. You know. Yeah, no worst album off the top of my head, but a lot of people make a lot of trash nowadays as well.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
There's a lot of trash that gets big too, and you're just
Yeah.
like, really? This is just not very good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, but if you could have had a hand in writing Red,
Oh yeah, Red by Taylor Swift.
dude, 1989,
Even the song.
Any Taylor
Even
Swift.
just the
really.
song Red.
sign me up. Yeah.
That'd be great.
So I know your material now is very recent, but do you yes, do you work for other material maybe in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years now, or not only just you are on gigs for the promotion?
We have. Are you asking? Do we play our older songs still?
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight we played 3 songs off of our first 7-inch, which came out 3 years ago. They still resonate with us. It's not just like we put out a new record and we forget all these songs. We keep them in constant rotation because there's certain songs that, you know, we haven't like, it's not like we're AFI where we could be a different band in 5 different genres. Like we've kind of across the board had like the same style the whole time.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So you go to see Insanity RF now? It's now.
Who?
What's now?
What's now?
Insanity RF, the band, Austrian band.
We'll check Insanity out.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Adolescents were
They will
next.
play in 5 minutes.
Oh, they're playing in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, if you,
I'm gonna be checking out the Adolescents when they play for sure. Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much to this show
Yeah.
with a hot temperature, and have a good success in your gigs and in
United Rock Nations.
What's good, United Rock Nations?
Welcome to United Rock Nations.
Check out United Rock Nations.
I just thought of a really good one.